yes, as we start off that conversation today, let's have with us in the studio, well, I'm going to call her the chair of the Nenadi-led the Nenadi-led part of the Labour Party. I don't know how to describe it because we're not quite sure what to do with the Labour. But we have Senator Nenadi Usman here this morning.
Thank you so much, Kayla. Thanks for inviting me.
I mean, you're camera shy. This is your first. It's your first interview with us. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right. So we're trying to get that track together, you know, so we can get exactly what was going on. I think at the time what had happened was everyone is investigating everybody. The Abure-led faction said they are investigating for misconduct. Your own faction said you're investigating him for misconduct. So we're still trying to understand what's going on. And of course, Julius Abure has the right of reply. When he watches this, of course, he's going to want to reply. So let's talk a little bit about the situation with the Labour Party. What is going on?
Well, first, once more, let me thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be here and also to want to hear our own side of the story. Thank you. Generally, you would agree with me that every democracy needs to have a vibrant opposition. So when the opposition wants to become part of the ruling party, then there's a problem. And that is where we are today. Principally, the Labour Party leadership at some point had issues with the INEC because the tenure of Abure and his NWC had come to an end, which was why when INEC had invited leaders of political parties, he attended the meeting and he was told to step out with his secretary. If you remember, we all watched it. And after that, he went to court. And the court now said INEC should recognize him. We, of course, we appealed. Even at the Court of Appeal, judgment was still given in his favor that INEC should recognize him. Which is why when you go to the INEC website and you check the names of leaders of all political parties, when it comes to Labour Party, you would see his name and you will see by court order. It's supposed to be by election. People get to, to be leaders of the party through election, not by court order. Okay, we still appealed, went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court looked at the issue critically and said the two lower courts, the first court and the appellate court, they didn't have any jurisdiction in even pronouncing him the leader of the Labour Party or the chairman. Therefore, they said his tenure was over. He was not even, he's not the chairman, he's no longer the chairman of the Labour Party. And the Justice Okoro even went on to advise that, please, leaders, when your tenure comes to an end in an office, please, kindly leave honorably.
That's why your nerves are deteriorating and your feet are burning. Did you know that neuropathy...
For me, I am not chairman of the Labour Party to sit and declare myself a chairman, go here, gather a few people, have a convention. If INEC says you don't have leaders, your leadership, their tenure is over, then go and start having congresses right from the ward to the state, to local government state, you do your zonal thing, come and have a national convention where you elect new leaders. And one more thing, please. In all this, what the party did was to look at the major stakeholders and members of the NEC, looked at it and said what we should do is get together a committee that would conduct all these congresses so that at the end of the day we'll have properly elected leaders. And of course, even the Julius Abure, if he still wants to remain chairman, he could go through the election, but he doesn't want to go through election. His NWC, they don't want to go through election. They just want to be using the courts to remain as leaders. And I think that's no good for opposition.
He says that he can expose you people.
Yes.
Yourself, it will be all of you in your faction. He says that when if he exposes you, yes, he says you people will smell like rotten eggs.
Well, I am challenging him to expose us. If you have anybody to expose, you don't go and talk now. You go and expose them. We have a lot of things about him, and that is why the people whom he did it to went to the police. The police are investigating him, and very soon you will hear about it.
I mean, it's a very disappointing situation, and it brings to mind how the Labour Party did a showing for 2023.
Honestly.
Does that, I mean, look at you. You look really disappointed when you think about that. Are you sure you can get that momentum back?
We can get it. We just need to get our acts right. We just need to have good leaders who come on when people vote for them, people elect them. You come, work for the party. When your tenure is over, you can either go for re-election or you say, okay, I bow out, let others come and be elected. That is how it works. But when you want to say, oh, because I worked hard for the party, why do they want me out? Your tenure is over. Either go and seek re-election, or you just say, I'm bowing out and let younger people come and take over. But you can't say just because you worked hard. It's just like now, you say because you've worked hard for Channels TV, your contract is over, or you've reached age of retirement, then you say you cannot move an inch because you helped in developing the Channels TV, so you are not moving. I hope you are catching my drift. Things don't work like that.
It does feel like since the 2023 elections, the Labour Party has spent so much time dealing with internal squabbles. Internal squabbles, one after the other. Now, actually, we're calling Julius. There's a third person that's also claiming to be a leader of this party. Now, with all of that going on, how much work has gone into the actual job of opposition in your party? Would you say your party has been able to hold the ruling party to account in the 2 years that the Tinubu administration has been in office?
No.
They don't believe how toxic this is. If you're still using a plastic or wooden cutting board, you need to hear this.
My dear sister, no, the answer is no. First and foremost, if there is no vibrant opposition, if we are not looking at the policies of the government that are anti-people and criticizing them to get them to do the right thing, we are not just the Labour Party. Every Nigerian is going to suffer for it. So what we are saying is, please let us put our house in order. Let us have congresses. Let us have a national convention. Let us vote for leaders. Choose leaders that would come, speak truth to power, and make sure that the government of the day delivers on its promises. Like, let people enjoy dividends of democracy. But when you don't even put your house in order, how do you hold the government accountable? You see?
I want to be able to get Ayo to join us in this conversation. Ayo, go on.
Thank you, Kayla. Madam, it's good to see you. One of the accusations, maybe I should, rather allegations, I don't know which word to use for it, madam, is that according to the Abure-led faction, as far as they are concerned, you are not a member of the Labour Party, that you are not a card-carrying member of the Labour Party. Consequently, you shouldn't even be in the position where you are. I know that you're going to refute it, but where is all this coming from?
Well, for some people, when confronted with bare facts, such as these people were, they try to fight dirty, they accuse people of all things. If I could pay for forms, for cards, membership cards, paid them. I paid Bazuagu of Inewi Clement Ojukwu, then he was the National Organizing Secretary. I paid him for cards. I collected the cards. I shared it to all, not just in Kaduna State, all over the nation where I had people. So if I could buy cards, register people, why won't I register myself? It doesn't make sense. Why was I following our presidential candidate, Peter, going around printing wrappers, doing also? Why was I doing that if I was not a member of the Labour Party? Why, of course I have a card. I have a card. It's right here. And my ward, if you want to check, my ward is called Jere South Ward, Kagarko Local Government Area, southern part of Kaduna State.
All right, madam.
The Labour Party chairman for my local government is Zafania. And he knows me and I know him.
Well, madam.
And I was one of those funding the activities of the party. So why would I fund the activity of a party if I'm not its member?
Now, one of the things that we have seen in your own disposition over time is a resolution, a way forward. Now, it would seem like all entities to certain interests in the Labour Party is not making any difference. So, in your opinion, what is the way forward? Because an opposition party cannot be its own opposition and be able to make the kind of impact you want to make. So, for you, what is the way forward for the Labour Party?
Thank you, my brother. The way forward is for us to go back, call our members, do congresses, conduct congresses right from the ward, go to the local government area, have congresses done. At the state level we do, so that we choose our leaders. And from there, we'll now get delegates. We already have some statutory delegates, like our members that are in the National Assembly, our senators, members in the House of Reps, and those in the state assemblies, and of course, our governor, and Dr. Alex Oti and his deputy, those are, and the speaker. Those are, they are all statutory delegates to the National Convention. But for us to have the other delegates, we need to go back and start right from the basics to conduct congresses which will culminate into the National Convention, wherein new leaders will be elected. And as I said, it does not stop Julius Abure from contesting election if he wants. But what we think is not right is for him to want to sit tight and doesn't want to go through the process of being voted for by party members.
While all of this is going on, Senator, there's also the fact that a lot of your lawmakers have left your party.
Not a lot, well, some, yes.
Yes, some.
Yes.
they have left. They have left your party.
Yes.
And they say these are the issues.
Yes.
Do you think the party, and also speak to, as we wrap up, just to speak to whether there's a possibility of any reconciliation with Julius Abure and with the other gentlemen, so that we can see a unified front. In fact, we're seeing today from The Guardian, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is saying that there's a major political coalition that involves your party as well to take power from the All Progressives Congress. So just so you can speak to the future of your party.
This Japanese trick with orange and cinnamon will stop your blood sugar spikes for good within.
Well, Kayla, I keep insisting, the future of our party lies in the correct thing being done. If you don't do the right thing, you can never have it right. So once we are able to conduct ourselves the way we should, do our congresses, vote for leaders that people want to govern them, then you know that we have solved more than half of the problem.
But the accusation is that you people are taking a very hard line. It's politics. You can come to some kind of agreement. You can have meetings. You can do all kinds of arrangements so things can move forward. Is that something that, or you're insisting we must do the right thing, we must do like this?
Of course we want to do the right thing, but we did not shut our doors and say we don't want reconciliation or anything. If you've listened to my speeches right from the beginning, I've always said, since the judgment of the Supreme Court came out on the 4th of April, there is no victor, no vanquished. Let's come together in the interest of the Labour Party and the Nigerians who are looking up to the opposition to help them speak truth to power so that the economy can be better for everyone. I've said that. I'm not saying that we want to take all and drive everybody away. No, after all, for a political party to be successful, the more the merrier. Let everybody come, let's work together. But when you keep sending people away, you want to drive your only governor, you want to send your only... Please, who does that? Tell me.
Well, we do have to wrap it up there, Senator. But I want to thank you very much, Senator Nenadi Usman, for being with us on Sunrise Daily, the head of the Nenadi Usman.
No.
We don't know how to put it of the Labour Party.
Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday to everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome, Chukwemeke. Good to have you. How's everyone doing? Omo, I don't know. The way this woman speaks, I don't know. I need more vavavum from her. You know, you're dealing with people that don't care, people that's very selfish, and are hell bent on ensuring that whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you don't achieve it. So I don't know. I wanted to play her video, bring her video here, and just have her listen to, to what she had to say. I don't know. I really do have some issues with the approach. I know everybody is different. Um, I can only speak from my own perspective. I know everybody has a different way of reacting to things. Anyway, let's listen to this video really quickly.
This movement has been according to the yearning of the people. I remember clearly, even in 2023, this 2022 23 election, in 2022, people were asking Obi to contest. People were saying there was a protest where young boys were carrying placard, PDP, give us Obi, PDP, give us Obi. There was a clarion call for Obi to contest. Obi's movement and Obi's policies has always been an answer to people's call. When you look at it, unlike people who are lording themselves over people.
Sometimes when you want to complain or condemn a man's way of doing things, you may actually be exposing the good side of it. What is the peculiar thing about Peter Obi that is making youths and some Nigerians who were not giving anything for support to be bringing out their resources, their time in support of him? Saying obedient movement, it's never registered anywhere. So Oshromale, to answer to that one, is it's not registered. It's not a political party.
Everybody has Peter Obi on their lips. Everybody is talking about Peter Obi and everything. Even the so-called APC, they too, they are talking about Peter Obi. Everybody, headache, Peter Obi, I pay no Peter Obi, everybody. Hey, the man, I wonder how many times he go they sneeze just from hearing people mentioning his name. Headache, Peter Obi.
How do you have a political class where 80% of them can't fill a form properly? One politician was asked, one governor was asked by Shehu Kimbaloye, which university you attend? I said the matter is in court. He said the matter. My university matter is in court. So that tells you, let all the boys send forms to the National Assembly. There'll be discrepancy in age, schools attended, criminal record, name it. All that has origins. And they frightened everybody away because they had the loads of cash. And the principal people found themselves running for cover.
Professors rig election results for illiterates in Nigeria. Isn't that the story of what is happening in Nigeria nowadays? Now, VDM is calling out Sheyi. Let's hear what he had to say. Remember the NANS president now that was arrested? Apparently, I heard that the man has gone ahead to sue DSS. So let's hear this.
All right, so Sheyi Tinubu, there's something you need to make clear. If anybody no go talk about this thing, me I go still talk about them because it's not clear. Now, first things first, this particular guy came to allege, say una kidnap him, una carry and go beat him, alongside NTA director. According to him, he say SSA to education, he called SSA, he also called the SA to the Minister of Defense. Now, after that, I go sell, I come back. When I go sell, I come back. On that same day, when they release me, now that same day, I see for news say the guy tender apology to Sheyi Tinubu, say he lied. Few days ago, the guy, they say in sue Sheyi Tinubu. I saw it on the news again. So allegedly. Then yesterday, I see on the news, say DSS pick the guy. Again, I see today say, allegedly, after getting thoroughly beaten up by Seyi Tinubu's thug, this guy had a gun planted on him by the thug, and the police surprise guards immediately arrived and arrested him. Now, he's about to be charged for illegal possession of firearms. Now, the question is this. When the allegation was made against the president's son, Seyi Tinubu, I expected the police to do a thorough investigation on the case. But apparently, like the police even keep quiet. Do you understand? The police didn't do any investigation. Nobody did any investigation. I come out from cell. They say the guy don't apologize. So me, I feel say, okay, maybe the guy hit it for stone. Maybe now he make it talk with he talk. But when the guy came back out to come and sue Seyi Tinubu and the director of NTA, next thing DSS pick up, according to the news. Don't be me like they're all over. DSS pick up. And then today they say they see firearm and he's about to be charged. This doesn't make sense. If now no one more in Nigeria again, more no fit talk, more leave the country for now. Do you understand? But to all the people that their names were mentioned, Seyi Tinubu, I not go rest my shoulder on you too much. You know why? Because in the initial recording by this guy, in the initial confession, this guy said he was told by somebody else that it was you that gave those instructions. So it's not like the guy had proof. According to him, it came after he was offered about 100 million naira that he should support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that he refused. Do you understand? And next thing, boom, he was kidnapped. And they beat him up. Evidence, they there. Evidence, they there. Say, true, black say they touch the guy. Let's see if he just come out, just going to make all these statements. Do you understand? So what is really going on? Then when I came back again, he said, black say they say he post something for his story. Say, black say did I am. Do you understand? So what is really going on? Who is really doing this to this guy? If this guy they like, do your investigation, give us proof that the guy is lying. But at this point, it's looking as if it be like say small truth one day wait till the guy talk and they look for a way to silence him. Do you understand? Like I said, if I won't buy all of us, not just buy all of us in Nigeria. But you guys should let the guy go. Which kind of firearm did he possess? And how are you certain? That is if you saw it, because everything on allegedly. And news today, we never really see him yet. But if it's not clear, then, bro, again, I said this thing to somebody. I said, I don't know why. Now only negative news, now they see Seyi. I don't know why. I appreciate you say you want they put your mind inside politics, because we need the youth in politics. We need the youth in politics, Seyi, to be very honest. And like I said before, I don't talk for my video before. Say, if this guy, if Seyi Tinubu say won't come up for governor for Lagos, I go support him. But that was then. I don't get double mind, bro. I don't get double mind. Yes. And if anything will happen, won't happen. You understand? Anything will happen, me, I go talk. I go talk regardless. So, Seyi, I beg, please. They don't say they get proof against you. They say your name come inside. So please use your power and use your office to do a proper investigation. Let's know what is happening to this guy. Please. 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 Your power pass my power. Yeah, now I get government. And now I get more government. Maybe in the next one, maybe I feel miss for something else. Now I get government. So I beg. Mona check what they do that guy. Thank you very much. And don't play. If you play, you're gonna learn, and you will learn the hard way. Don't play.
Now wow. Hey.
All right. So
you don't turn to Agbero for Nigeria. So tell that they kidnap people, they kidnap them. The NAS president. Anyway, we listen to Peter Aka.
Results should be basically electronic and transparent, so as to eliminate manual discretionary method which is exposed to whatever may happen in between. That's first. The second one is you are asking that the appointments of electoral officers should have public input, so that it is not whimsical for whoever is doing that alone. Interest may clog in. But then before I go into these two major things, I want to ask first, why are you interested in this two particular demands in this electoral reform? And secondly, why this time? It's just 2 years. into the administration of the person that was announced in the last election. So why do you think this is the time to ask for electoral reform ahead of 2027?
The best time for us to have had electoral reform was 60 years ago, when we decided, we gained independence and said we will become a republic, at least in 1963. The next best time was in 1999, when we returned back to our fourth republic, when we said after military coups and military coups, the hallmark of every democracy are free, fair, and credible elections. Once a public office holder knows that you do not have any stake in sending him to office, then he's not beholden to you. He's not committed to you.
Talking about the timing.
There is a timeline. There is a timeline. A new electoral act must come at least 1 year out of the next general election. So as it is now today, we have barely 7 months window. In fact, by December of this year, the window for electoral reform will be closing. Maybe it can extend to the early part of next year, January, February, but we have less than 7 or 8 months to sort this thing out about 2027. So that is why it was very important that we started earlier than this, but it is better late than never.
Okay, let's go into the content. The first is the discretion thrown at INEC to transmit the election results whichever way. And considering that yesterday I saw you also ranting about JAMB, complaining about the glitches that happened to their network. In Nigeria, what most of these institutions have always claimed is that we are not yet ripe, technologically speaking, to depend on servers like that. And you are asking that it must be based on server and not discretion of the INEC officials.
Thank you very much, my brother. I really appreciate your efforts, and I want to say well done for all the amazing work that you have been doing and you continue to do. May God preserve our lives to see the Nigeria of our dreams. So, and let me say hello to everybody who is on the live. Well done, well done. Thank you for joining. Amen to all your prayers. So let me go straight to answering your question, sir. You see, the issue you raised is very important, because if JAMB is observing glitches for exam, the question will be, what will be the guarantee that electronic technology can serve for elections in my brother is in 2025, in a 21st century. Is that not a disgrace? So the question will now be, how did Ghana get the technology to conduct their elections in 2024, last year, December? Ghana. How did Senegal conduct their elections last year or 2 years ago? So how has South Africa been conducting their elections? These countries I mentioned, the Nigerian presidents were there as guests during the inaugurations. What questions did they ask, and what lessons did they learn? In fact, Ghana concluded their elections. They are not in court because the results are not being disputed.
Absolutely.
Now, having asked that number one question, let me now tell you the second leg and why that statement is a complete falsehood and it is mischief in itself. Before the 2023 elections, in fact, do you know that as far back as 2018, this current INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, said he wanted to build on what Professor Jega did in 2015. And the NCC, they formed a working committee, in fact, a joint committee, because they came out to tell them, JAMB said they had worked with Airtel and MTN and NCC, and that is why they had been able to get the technology that they are using for JAMB CBT exams now. But because 2018 was too close to the 2019 general elections, the INEC chairman could not implement that reform. Now, fast forward to after the 2019 elections, when President Buhari came back for his second term, INEC approached National Assembly and said they needed a law to back electronic transmission of results.
Yes.
The National Assembly, the then Speaker of National House of Reps, Femi Gbajabiamila, who is now Chief of Staff to the President, said that does Nigeria have enough broadband network to power electronic transmission of results? They now called NCC. NCC officials came to the National Assembly. Everything I'm telling you, you can go and verify. It is out there.
I know the timeline, yes.
NCC came out and said there are places we have 3G, some places we have 2G, but maybe the entire country may not be covered. INEC now came out and said that position is not correct. This is the statement of INEC, that we are not asking National Assembly to give us a law on something we are not already doing. That we have already implemented this electronics technology in Edo off-season election. You remember the election that brought Governor Obaseki back?
Yes.
In Ondo State, the second-term election of the late Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, and other off-season elections across the country. So they only needed a law to back up what they were already doing. But the National Assembly, the politicians in their mischief, decided to pass that law, Electoral Act 2022, and left a loophole where electronic transmission of results became optional for INEC. So on the day of elections, INEC decided how they wanted to collate their result. So basically what we did in 2023 was a manual process with an option of electronic. So when the other parties went to court, the judiciary said it is up to INEC to choose how they want to conduct elections. So what we were supposed to have done immediately after 2023 elections, if we were serious and honest, everybody should have gone back immediately to the National Assembly and say, hold on, we must take away conducting elections from how INEC decides to do it. This and this must be mandatory. So INEC must be compelled on how to do it. And if INEC say they cannot provide a server, Nigerian youths can build a server that will work efficiently. Anywhere you are in Nigeria today, including bandits and kidnappers who are in the forest, they get alerts from their phones on bank. So if there is technology in the forest where kidnappers can receive alerts and make calls, what is stopping free and fair elections in Nigeria?
Are you aware that already they've started announcing electoral officers here and there? And so do you think this movement, this advocacy still meets up with the time?
It does meet up with the time. Let me make something clear on this forum now so that everybody can understand. You see this petition that we took to the National Assembly. You notice that the person who signed the petition is one Mr. Opola Chinedu Okereke. He is the convener of a group we call Nigerian Electoral Reform Coalition, NECO.
Okay.
I decided, we decided to be a part of it,
so
that we could come together, everybody that is talking about electoral reform,
can harmonize all the efforts.
Harmonize and put up that petition. You see that document we took to the National Assembly. This is not the first petition that the National Assembly has on electoral reform. What we did, in fact, there are people who have submitted petitions with 10-point agenda. 10
ahead of
demand.
Ahead of NERCO.
In fact, let me even go further to tell you that even without submitting any petition, the National Assembly, if they are sincere, they know what to do to make elections transparent.
Especially as they already have a committee on electoral reform.
They have a committee on electoral reform. But for 2 years, since 2023, that committee has not been able to come up with any meaningful electoral reform. And they know that there is a timeline for passing this. So why is there a delay? The same National Assembly that passed a new national anthem in one day has been unable to pass a new electoral reform in 2 years. And they have been using taxpayer money to hold different seminar here. That is to show you that this petition we took there is only as good as the public pressure that we decide to put on them. And that
more like a
is
reminder.
what brings me to all what we are doing.
Absolutely.
It's not as if the petition that we went there to submit is what the National Assembly must adopt. It is a call to action.
So what is your conviction? What is your faith in this letter?
Should I tell you my conviction?
Yes, go ahead, please.
My conviction is in you.
In all of us.
For you to become so interested that you reached out to me and said we need to begin to do a media rally and advocacy, it shows you understand the issues. When I tell you that there is a dangerous level of ignorance amongst Nigerians, see, Nigerians have sufficient anger and frustration.
It's just to channel the anger.
The problem is, where are we channeling the anger to? Nigerians have failed to realize the root cause of the problem. So everybody go wake up. You go see somebody. Many activists go come out. You go say, we want to fight my brother with his online police. Another person go say, we dey fight people where they thief money. Some people go say, we dey fight. Do you know that the root cause of the whole problem is a bad governance system? If you fail, ask yourself the question, if the police, who are law enforcement, are doing the job that they're supposed to do, would you need a private citizen to become online police? Because at the best, even if you are the best online police as a private individual, you cannot prosecute your case in court because you do not have the jurisdiction legally to do so. So we must all come together and realize that the root cause of all the problem is on the electoral system, which is the only way we can elect leaders and vote them out.
Absolutely.
So when you ask me of my hope or my what word did you use?
Your faith, your conviction,
my faith,
your belief
is in the fact that Nigerians will come to a point where we say our collective suffering and anger don't mobilize us enough. When every Nigerian is adequately mobilized through the suffering that is going on, nobody will need to talk too much. Out of the 200 million people within Nigeria, we don't need even 10 million. An active 1 million people in Nigeria
will drive the change. Absolutely.
Out of 200 million people. So Nigerians, it is up to us.
Well, you know, recently you started calling on pastors, celebrities, people of influence, activists to mobilize around this advocacy because we definitely need, yes, the mobilization. So how is the response so far? Are they responding? Are you impressed by the turn up? Are they responding so far? You may want to tell us, maybe Davido has said, okay, let's do this. Or maybe Pastor Adeboye has finished that to say, oh, good man. Tell us.
Ah, my brother.
Let's know how big this is growing already. Let's know how big it's growing.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the show. Mr. Ibrahim, I see you in the back studio. Thank you for honoring the invitation on such a short notice. I know we are going to be starting in 4 minutes with you. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate that. I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that I do see you. Okay, he'll be back again. I think the connection sometimes can be funky with Restream. Yeah, can you hear me? Mr. Ibrahim, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good evening to you. Good morning over here to me. How are you doing? Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for accepting my invitation on such a short notice. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah. So, I mean, my
Pleasure
audience
to
is
be
not
here.
really here because it's usually very busy on Saturdays with different shows, but we're just gonna go ahead and whoever is not here will catch the replay. So thank you so much. So let me just start by I was able to pull up your resume on LinkedIn. So I'm going to tell my audience a little bit about you. So Mr. Ibrahim Abdulkarim is an ICT strategist and business development executive with practical expertise in the design and delivery of high performance information and business processes, improvement solutions to address complex business problems, a graduate of geography from Bayero University, Kano, and managing director, chief executive officer of Easy Geese Limited. There's more. Thank you very much for joining. So anyone who's interested can go read up his resume. So I saw you on Precious Enyi's channel. We were talking about the big tents, the 7.2 million people, that Million Man protest. So that really tingled my ears because for me personally, as a Nigerian who lives outside of the country, if I tell you that when I see what's going on and the news that's coming out of Nigeria, it's become expedient for every one of us as Nigerians to get involved with what's going on. And my take has been, we got to do something. We don't have to wait till 2027. That's where I have stood for a very long time, since after the election in 2023. So when I heard about this 7.2 million man protest, I heard it, Professor Patutomi mentioned it. And then I heard it, when you elaborated on it on your time during your time with Precious Enye. So please, can you enlighten us a little bit more about that and how you intend to get the 7.2 million man protest, million man people come out? That would be amazing. I'm here for it.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for having me. I think it's good, at least your attention has been, that's what we intend to do with our pronunciation of the 7.2 million freedom march or freedom convergence. And at least we want to get the attention of people so that people understand the flight of Nigerians. First, the intention, and we have a think tank, and we look at that if Nigerians will have a representative democracy where I may live in my village, but maybe we have a constituency, and our constituency will send somebody to state assembly, and then we send somebody to national assembly. And those people, their work is to go and represent us, including our governors, including the people we voted in to be the president. But the legislation, that's at the state level, at the national level, their primary objective is for them to represent us. So that if the executive are trying to create, their work is to create laws that will now govern the whole system, including the elected officials that we have. So it's supposed to be a simple democratic process so that all of us will be happy and we have the dividend of democracy. But we have a lot of intervention of military. Up to now that we have this stable 25 to 26 years of unbroken democracy. And we have almost 8 seasons of election. What it entails is that by now we start to have a semblance of steady democracy, something that at least we can now send to our children. Some other countries can copy from us. To have a semblance of system that works for us, where we feel united, we feel productive, we feel ourselves as country, we feel ourselves as brothers keepers. We start to compete with ourselves within the West African continent, within Africa, then within the world. That's the intention of having a stable and good democracy. But things continue to go west, as the old days would call it, continue to go south, as people said it. And then we see it's not working. And in 2015, Nigerians feel that PDP is not giving us what we want. Boko Haram is all over its place. I think that some people have started to become rascals and politicians have started to do anyhow. Then Nigerians think of, let's get rid of this PDP and create a better system that we can now have some people that think like us, the people that will bring the division of democracy. And then from south to north to east to everywhere, everybody, it become like the masses versus the PDP. And Jonathan was an incumbent president on his seat, but the row and the shout and the everything was, you have to go because we're not feeling democracy. We're not having what we want. We are not going the direction we feel we're supposed to go to. And then, you know how the opposition does. We come up with things that are not verifiable, things that maybe is just emotional, some are just sensationals, things that we just want to grab just to, I say, just put a bad name to dog just to hang him. So that's what just the intention. So some of the, and then a lot of young people, young Nigerians from the south, from the north, believe in that because they feel that it's our future. We really need to do something. But after creating the APC government, we waited for 6 months for a president to pick up a system, just to pick up people to govern. And then from there, we see things getting worse than what we have even thought of, what we have bargained for. And then things started crumbling back. And then we went back to trenches and start asking ourselves, what really happened? This is just what yesterday we are asking. We thought these people, when they come, they're supposed to do the opposite.
Yeah.
But it's now become like a measurement. Even if you ask them, say, why are you doing this APC? PDP has done it before. You say, look at what PDP has done it before. Plus, change our way, our school. PDP, I was there before. So we couldn't have anything to fall onto. They just keep making reference to a bad system that we condemn all of us and bring them for condemning that to come and repair.
Yes.
We went through first 4 years and everybody saw that it's not possible. Buhari is not giving anything. The people around him are not giving anything. His ministers are like ghost workers. So people start to think of, we need the change. Young people do that. And what we have after the second election, young people are already tired. The offspring nearly take up the country with the NSAS movement. So that the what happened, but that's supposed to be the turning point. That's supposed to be the day that we revert this country. And yes, because at that moment we can't go back to PDP. We can't go back to those people that give us where we are. We just have to find another way for us to do, because we trust them with this democracy. We say they talk to us, they cajole us, they wanted us to join them when they are fighting the military to change the system. And we did, and we accepted it to be. I think this is the major thing I'm always calling, more especially this Tinubu government, is that the young people are losing hope. The people in the rural area are losing hope. Leave the governors that are telling you things are right. Your aides that wants to keep their position, that are telling you things are right. Leave those people. They are not telling you the truth.
Exactly.
Hope is nowhere. You leave your renewed hope. You know that there was no hope. That's why you even put yourself and put your this as renewed hope.
Yes.
And when you want to do this renewed hope, you bring a toxic and divisive ticket to add fire to already burning space. You understand? And all the things that we have seen in PDP are now coming to our face in multiple folds. So what do you expect people to do? Then that's where the idea, think tanks keep thinking, what will we do with these people? Why not start to bring these people so that they are not answerable to the people that vote them in, because they feel that they give them spaghetti, they give them money, or they give them some for them to vote for them. Then now they can go to Abuja and do anyhow, or go to State Assembly and do anyhow, so that they cannot reject a bill that is going to bring suffering to Nigerians. You will not talk to the president, you will not do anything. Then these people that they displease in Borno, in Benue, in Plateau, in Zamfara, people that in kidnappers' dens, they are people. They are Nigerians. They are people. They are not better than you because you are a House of Rep member, or they send you to Abuja. They are your own people, and they are suffering. And you are in Abuja saying that all is well. So we said the language that they will hear is that we mobilize these people according to that structure that they have, so that we can call, even if it's going to be 10,000 people. Let's tell people that your relation is in Abuja.
Yes.
His house is located so place. His office is called National Assembly. Carry your keke. Call him. If you don't have him, send him a text. Said, I've already taken a taxi from Sokoto, or from Kauranamuda, or from Ilila, or from another place in Boni, or somewhere. I'm coming to Abuja. He said, what are you coming to? I said, me and my friends, 20 of us, we have gotten a bus. Some said, no, we are just gathering our money. Once part of Tommy tell us want to come, we'll come. We'll bring ourselves. We'll make sure that what we ask you to go and say there, you are not trying to say it. We'll come and meet you, say it in front of us. And we will not leave Abuja till you give us what belongs to us, so that we carry it home. So this is a simple work. This is a simple work I'm giving to you. Let it be what we are going to do for that. So this is the idea of what we want to do. That's the direction we want to push the country. But people are not thinking that direction. Then the next step on what we want to do is that, how do you bring 7.2 million people to Abuja?
Exactly. That was
then we said the most important is knowledge. Most of these people, why they feel like they don't have to come to Abuja, is because they don't know what is the social contract between them and these people that they send to Abuja.
Yes.
So what you need to do now is to make sure that you have a system where they'll be aware. Because why it pains you people that are in abroad, living in US and other places, why it pains you more is because you have more knowledge how good governance affect life.
Yes.
I can't come here and be telling you how education will help your daughter, because it's in front of you. You know, everybody knows. So anybody that wants to scatter education, you scatter that person first. But in my place, a lot of people don't know the reason why. So we have to now try to create a system. Next step is now to shadow the cabinet. Okay. Why do we want to shadow the cabinet? So that we take each and every single department of government that's supposed to give that dividend of democracy, those people, to now put it on a very large space and now x-ray it out. A policy on health. We now get somebody that is now shadowing that Minister of Health to now break it down to us, up to the level that every, what they call it, native Nigerian people that cannot go to school, cannot read, can understand the lies, the truth, and the propaganda in running government. Because if it's not because we have those kind of system, nobody will come and create a Muslim ticket just for him to get vote, and he got the vote.
Yes.
But because people are not educated enough to somebody to champion that. So we now understand that a lot of activists, I've just finished listening to one very wonderful young man that was just talking before I come on board. We have them from 1960 to date. We all have them. And they're doing the same thing. But if you keep doing the same thing, you're not get a different result.
That's true.
We have very nice vocal people. If you go to what the platforms like Politics Today, this one that AIT they do, Focus Nigeria. Even before now, you will see a lot of people dishing out solution, talking. But because there is no any mandate to what they are saying, they don't have any coercive nation of action that will push them. Because if we said we are mirroring, we are shadowing cabinet to talk to people, then somebody said, and what? Then we bring in 7.2 million people to Abuja. It's connected to something. So if somebody today is now talking to you, this is what we want to do, this is electoral reform we want to do. Okay, if they refuse to do the electoral reform, they say, we know what to do.
Exactly.
As government, we throw them, we know what to do. What do you go do?
Yes.
You go beat us? Can you beat us? What do you go do? We don't go do. But if you tell them the consequences of not doing it is 7.2 million people are going to come and block you in this Abuja. You do those things that I want to. So I will not tell you the next step because I don't want to preempt some of the things that we want to do. I will just leave you with step A and step B. And we have this because it's you people in the diaspora with people living in Nigeria with a structure of CSOs, NGOs. That's what Big Ten is all about. And then we look at all the things we've been doing before. We look at all the problems we were having, and we look at why they are not listening to us. So we have to put all these things together. We have to get professionals. We have to do a lot of thinking for us to come up with something. And we are not just thinking of something that we stop today. We don't want to create something because we want to change government. No, we want something that would always be at the masses' weapon to make sure that those people that are leading them work. So even if it is going to be Peter Obi tomorrow, undialing Peter Obi tomorrow, we have to have the same system that will make him work because you are helping him.
Yes.
Because if he achieves what he wants to achieve, that's the love you are giving him. You don't say that we just make him a president and the young people will just walk away and we allow the politicians to continue doing as they want. No, that's not the obedient thinking. That's not the reason why I'm an obedient. I think we deserve to take him there and hold him accountable, because I think the time that we said we're not doing Jonathan, we saying we are bringing Buhari and the APC. So what we're supposed to put in place with all the RFIs, the Amechis and other people that even move from PDP to support Buhari, I think the most important thing they're supposed to put is that how do we make Buhari work? Not to give him government and go allow him to sit down 6 months without even ministers.
Exactly.
It don't work. That's nothing. That's not you putting government. Then people now sit down and said, we are going to do Muslim ticket. The whole North gave Tinubu 63.7% of the vote he won from the North, without singling telling him what he will do if he become president.
Exactly.
You just give him like I would just come to your house and say, this is the ticket. Please take this, my check, write what you want, and collect the money. I didn't tell you that I give you the money because I want to help your children. I want your children to go to school. So that tomorrow when I come, I'll ask you, this is the reason I gave you the check.
Exactly.
We can't be giving them that's what Pat Otomi is saying. We can't be dashing people pre-presidency. Just for you to be a governor, to have convoy, no any social contract.
Nothing.
You say you want to raise, that's it. You want to raise the tax. And then we ask you, you want to raise the tax? It's okay. You can take it 100%. You can do tariff as Trump is doing. But the question is simple. What is a social contract?
Exactly.
What do you want to do with it? What? We ask you, somebody will tell you, it's my turn. Yes, we believe it's your turn. What do you want to do with the turn?
What do you have to offer? What are you doing?
Yes. What can we hold you for? Then from his team, not from him, from the team around him, you see serious people.
Yes.
Serious-minded people. Exactly. People that are not hungry. People not looking for money. People looking at him straight to his face.
Yes.
I said, we are bringing you. I know. That's why I never envy Peter Obi. Because if you come with the kind of obedient people I'm seeing, too bad for him. I don't know. I don't know how he's going to manipulate them. He must just walk. He must just give. He doesn't have a choice at all.
He does not have a choice.
Those young people, they don't know how to defend lies. They don't know how they are going to look at their people that they fought to bring him and tell them we are sorry. In presidency, you don't do sorry.
Yes.
You don't do sorry with president. It's not like you give somebody salt and he throw away the salt. You say sorry because it's salt.
Yes.
You go and buy it. Presidency, you can't kill people are dying. You can't look at your neighbor and say, I'm sorry for bringing this.
You can't bring back the life. You cannot bring back the life.
You can't guess it. Like I told somebody, you remove subsidy. Fuel has now gone up to 900. Dollar have moved to 150. Let me give you an example, my dear. And then you tell them there is light at the end of the tunnel. Then at the end of the tunnel, light came. And nobody there. Everybody is blind. Everybody is dead. Nobody will see the next direction. What's the essence of what's the light and the tunnel works for? For who? This is you can't be doing business. Governance is about people.
Yes.
Simple. Let me tell you. Government, said, okay, if you are sick, if I take you to hospital and you have going to feel the pain, and when you feel the pain, then no, I'm accepting malaria treatment because it has solved somebody's problem before.
And I
have the hope. I'm a witness.
Yes.
But you can't tell me that this is the procedure you are going to do to me, but I have never done that procedure on anybody. I don't even know it's going to work. And you put it in the life of 200 million people. And people say you are master strategist. How do you do that? Nobody does that. It's better I go and borrow the one that people knows. It works somewhere. It works in Brazil. It works because it's 200 million poor people. If you make a mistake, they're going to lose their houses. Their children are going to go off school. Their children are going to die. That's the consequences. But you can say that, okay, if all of them have died, then you now raise a new farm, a new crop of Nigerians. That's not governance.
It doesn't work like that. It does not work like
that. It's not a chicken farm. It's not a piggery. These are human beings. So if you want to govern, you have to govern with a human face. Today in America, even if you hate Tromo, you like Tromo, which side of the liking and the hating you are? The thing that he's saying is that America first.
Yes.
At least he said people are first.
Yes. He's saying
that's not the truth.
And he's showing it every day.
He's saying it. He said, my people, my people. Even if he say, I'm fighting China, he said, I'm fighting China because I'm fighting because of my people. But you, if you show your policies, are your policies for people? Or are for IMF or World Bank? That's the question people will be asking. Is the policy for people? Because there is policy. Once you see them, they look like people. You can touch them, you can feel them. They have people. They have thinking and people in it. For example, if I remove subsidy and I think I will have 16 trillion to build a coastal highway. If me, as Ibrahim, I will not build coastal highway when I know the primary health system is down.
No schools.
No
the school
schools.
System is messed up.
The school system. Look at tech school. And today, in UBEC alone, we have more than 1 trillion in UBEC that is waiting there for government to bring counter funds. We know there is almost 1 trillion in TED fund. But go to university, there is no university, federal government university in Nigeria that a student will walk into his bedroom and on a shower and take a bath. No.
There's nowhere. None. And that has
nowhere in all the Nigerian university. I can bet you, I can put my life to this one. Let anybody come and argue with me. None. So then why don't you use the money? That's my conversation with Mr. Peter Obi. Mr. Obi told me, he said, we should go for the low hanging fruit. Say, Ibrahim, do you know why I'm spending my money in School of Health Technology and School of Nonsense? I say, why, sir? He said, the most important thing I needed to do is that now I'm seeing that they exist and I'm funding my forward so that they can add more people, because my interest is that to make sure that every primary health center in 8,800 wards in the whole country, at least are having 3 nurses. Because my campaign is production from consumption to production. How will a sick person, how will a sick nation help me to do production?
It's not possible.
It's possible. It's not possible at all. How will an uneducated society help me to do production? It's not possible. I will not spend my time. I will not tell myself rubbish. Even the insecurity I supposed to tackle, I will tackle this insecurity through what? Through education.
Yes. That's true. That's it.
This production, once people know that they wake up tomorrow and be productive, then they will stop killing themselves.
Absolutely, because they'll be busy.
And if you want to stop all these tribal issues, make people productive.
That's it.
They are not productive. If you go to places where people are productive, nobody is thinking of, is it a Muslim CEO? People working in Dangote today, nobody is asking whether Dangote is a Muslim or a Christian. They just work in Dangote refinery.
Yes. At the end of the month, they collect their salary and go home.
They're happy. So if people are dishing out system as individuals, is for us now to break this in the way I'm talking. That's why I love platform like yours, because it sends information to people. So once we do that one, we now connect it to the end game. If they refuse to listen to us, but at least they are listening to us. DSS has taken part of me to court, so at least they are listening. And they are not. The thing we are planning is going to be very effective. What we need is that we already have the Nigeria we want to see tomorrow. Every young Nigerian already have the Nigeria carrying in his heart. Why is angry is that that's not the direction we want to go, and they know. So we want more people to know. All these people that are Japan and live in this country, because I want to go to Kano. I come to the park with my bag, but the car is always turning going to Lagos. My dear, I will not follow them to Lagos. I know exactly where I want to go. These young people, they want to see Nigeria at the toppest level of development in the next 30 years.
Absolutely.
China has done it. Malaysia has done it. Other countries like Singapore, Indonesia, they have all done it.
Yes.
So it's not rocket science. For example, if you want to do a train that has a speed of 300 kilometers per hour, that will be coming across this number of states where we have production, not a coastal road, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You are not going to be the first person that created train or super train.
Yes.
It's already there in existence. What you need is that how do we make it happen in our place?
How do we make it effective? Yes.
How is it going to help lives?
Yes.
That's my definition, and I always hold that definition very dear to my heart. Definition of governance. People will like and to live anyhow they want to live, to enjoy their life anyhow they want to enjoy their life. But do you know, people agree to have governance, to have government. Do you know the reason why they want to have government? They said for the welfare and well-being of the citizen. The primary objective of government is to protect life and property.
That's it.
So once you call this one President and Commander-in-Chief, the reason is that he now become the president, that's the leader of the country, and the Commander-in-Chief for the protection.
Yes.
So his work is that he has a Ministry of Transport to make transport available for Nigerians. He has a Ministry of Aviation to make aviation system easy for Nigeria. He has Minister of Water to make water available, whether we're going to use it for transport, we are going to use it to drink, we are going to do it to He has a Minister of Education to make education available to people, not people just losing their jam and then not even having the school they're supposed to go to. You have a Minister of Sport for young people to do sport. You have a Minister of Creative for doing. There is no single department of government that is not supposed to cater for ordinary Nigeria.
Jesus, yes.
That's the design. That's the design. So that's mean from morning to night as a president or as a governor is just how to see the welfare of Nigerians improve. You don't have any duty. If you see an ambassador, you talk to that ambassador because you want the welfare of Nigerians to improve. If you travel out to go and see business people, you want the welfare of Nigerians too. So your only work, and you call yourself a failure. Even if you spend all the money with the beautiful budget and beautiful reform on paper, one's lives and welfare of your citizens are not guaranteed, no matter what you do. Because anything you do, it's supposed to do those two things. So no matter what you do, nobody can give you achievement. There is no achievement. There is no achievement. Achievement is not a paperwork. It's not IMF that will tell you GDP up, GDP down. No, it's the market. Nigerian that went.
It's a daily thing. People are seeing it. They feel it.
That's what they want. People will go to airport. Their flight is not delayed. They go to their meetings. They go to hospital. Nobody siphon money from them. Nobody.
Yes.
You understand that doctors, they went to school. The children that they passed. This is what we want to see. So I have a lot of groups that I aim. I have a very chunk of my friends from APC. They always come to this argument, blah, 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 that me, I'm not trying to see the beautiful things that are doing. I say, I don't have those eyes. I don't have the type of eyes you have in your prison. You are looking at governance. That's not how I look at governance. My looking at governance is touch and go. Once I step out of my house, I'm looking at government. Till I reach my office, I'm looking at government. Steady light, that's what I'm looking at.
Yes.
But you can tell me that this is that's what there's a man light in my house. Did I have security in my house? Where's my fear today?
Yes.
Did I pay my school fees? That's what every Nigerian is supposed to be his governance. I don't care whether it's Tinubu, whether it's Mr. Peter Obi, whether it's Atiku Abubakar, whether it's that's not, these are not. That's why I said every program I goes to in Hausa, because I do a lot of programs in Hausa. Okay. If I'm doing my programs in the north here in Hausa, people will start talking, okay, are you behind Konkoso? Or are you behind? I said, I'm not behind anybody. I said, I don't even talk about any presidential candidate. Mr. Peter Obi is my principal, but I don't talk. If I come to talk to you about Peter Obi, I talked about the poor people. Then, and allow you now to align yourself, whether it's Peter Obi you are seeing, or it's Tinubu you are seeing. You have eyes, you have thinking, you have feelings. Exactly. I can't change your feelings, but when I want to come and tell you, I will open the way I'm talking to you, an open conversation.
Yes.
We talk about me and you. That 5,000 that you want me to help. I will talk about it now. What bring it here? Why is it too difficult for you to get 5,000? You need 5,000 from me. Why am I getting my own 5,000? How am I suffering getting my own 5,000? Why am I going to pass my 5,000 to you? We have that. At the end of that conversation, you will sit down and now realize who is what and what. Do we need to stay
informed decision? Yes.
Yes. Let him make an informed decision. But when I come and start telling people, this is Atiku can do this, I'm not being fair to that person. So what we are trying to do in the shadow cabinet is that to have this conversation we're having today. Conversation is how to feed government.
Yes.
How to hold government accountable.
Yes.
What is your duty to the state? What are the duties of the state to you? Today, you have to provide your own water. You have to provide your own light. You have to provide your own, security. You have to provide your own education. You have to provide. These are, go and read Constitution. All these things have been taken over. It's supposed to be a government work. It's when government is doing its work, then me too, as a citizen, I have my own listed things that I'm supposed to do as a citizen.
Yep.
That's what is called social contract. But today, where is it?
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's nowhere to be found.
Let the conversation be centered around improving our, even just the knowledge, the way this your show is doing, just advancing, just moving. Because some people will now say, the problem is the North. The problem is the Muslim. The problem is the Fulani. Just I was listening to one of your guests now that has just said, the problem is bad governance. Soft bad governance. All this one that you see in Fulani, top bad governance first. You'll be surprised.
Everything will end.
When you solve bad governance, you look for all these small cho things. You not go see them.
You know, it go disappear.
Naturally. When you there, you are in your district doing your work as human. Because I keep saying on that last program that I have shown, is that you have to live in dignity. My dear, do you know what it takes to call your sister and beg her to pay school fees for your own son? This is not your friend. Or you call your classmate or your classmate and tell them you need rice to eat in your house.
Even rice now, they are afraid of buying rice because they say rice has been poisoned. People should stop eating rice. That's the latest.
So you see, even the rice is government that is now importing rice and maize and any other thing they are importing. So my simple thinking is that we have to live a life of dignity. It's very, very vital. It's very, very important. But above all, Nigerians need to know what is government, what is governance. Who did we deserve this?
Yes.
Professor Otome said, it's simple. Once people are aware, you'll be very surprised. You'll be very, very surprised what they will do for themselves.
This is
Go
true.
to Qatar. Go to Qatar and go to other hostile Muslim nations. Those that understand how to live, go to Dubai. You see same Muslim like you, praying the same prayer, but them in peace, you're not in peace. Because they understand world politics. And they understand they have to exist between them and other species of life. So they don't have any bitterness. They don't feel any inferiority or any complex staying around any other person. They live their life. Let live, you live, and I live.
Yes.
But let me on a productive measurement or in a productive scale. Look at the most wanted criminal in Syria on FBI website, looking for 10 million reward for bringing him dead or alive. Therefore, yesterday he's shaking hands with the American president as a president of Syria. It's pure interest. And in the evening, the whole of the city of Syria are jubilating and dancing. Do you know the reason? They said they have lifted off their sanction. They are now going to be like Dubai. They are going to be like Qatar. Because they went there, they see what peace can give them. Even for those that want to live a spiritual life, peace gives them more stable system to even practice that religion that they want to religion.
Yes.
So when we come and shout Sharia, 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 even if you are doing Sharia and you don't have means of production to cater for yourself and your family and live with dignity and integrity, what's the purpose of religion?
Exactly.
That's the reason. I always ask people, do you think that just God wants you to come here, die and go to heaven? Why don't God just send us, all of us, straight to heaven, all of us?
Exactly.
Why must we come here? Why must we come here and fight and suffer and die and go there?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a merciful God. All the religions say it's a merciful God. Then why? But what God wants us to do on this earth is to be human.
To learn how to live together.
To live together. It's even the Quran. He said, I created you into male and female, into different tribes and religion, into different disciplines. Like for you to know each other. That's in my Quran. That's what God said. It's for you to know each other. Okay, if God said for us to know each other, today, with this our conversation, we know each other.
Yes.
Are we quarreling? We are not
No,
quarreling.
we're not quarreling.
We know each other. The people are listening to us. Are we quarreling? We are not quarreling.
No.
Nobody is quarreling here. Some people that don't even I agree with what I'm saying, their own is now to come and now express themselves.
Yes.
And to show the other way or why I must like this government. For example, we are not going to fight.
And we're fighting for the same thing. We're fighting for
peace.
Fighting
for the same thing. If this APC government, as I said, why we created it, why we brought in and removed PDP, if they have given us all the things that they have complained in the PDP government, and we now have them everywhere now.
Care of. We will not worry.
Then what are we talking? Why are we going to come and talk
we
here?
will not worry because people will say, hey, nobody will be saying, oh, he came
we are going to help Buhari. We are going to put statues of Buhari everywhere. We are going to do Tinubu. We are going to, it's only on you. We move. That's all. What else? So I don't know why people are, no. We are going to continue to educate ourselves and educate our masses. Understand that all these things, they are just playing with us. Using religion, using tribe, using region, it's just for them to keep stealing and keeping us down. Yes. We already know they are wayo. We know this is just wayo. We are going to keep them and we are going to reinvent something that is going to be bigger than them. And this is what is going to be bigger than them. Knowledge, awareness, pushing this narrative of that it's not okay, it's not enough. Let's demand more from them because Nigeria has given them more.
Yes.
Go and see them. Go and see them.
They are living lavish.
Everything. Living lavishly. You are in US, you always see them when they travel. You see their convoy, you see their houses. You know them better than us. But part of this awareness we are going to do is that we are going to showcase to Nigerians who these people are. What they have. And the small that the Nigerians are asking for, just a small, just to live life.
Give them light. Give them water.
I was telling somebody, I said, this Nigeria you are talking about, with all the resources we have hydro, connecting almost 25 states out of 36 states. We have dams. I know the last count I know in the northern part of the country, we have 230 dams.
Wow.
We have, yes.
I didn't even know that one.
We have 230 dams.
Wow.
And they're not alone. So I don't know Nigeria, maybe it will reach up to 300. Apart from that one, we have sun for solar. We have coal for to do coal energy from coal. So we have hydro, we have solar, we have wind, we have everything. And we have gas. We are flaring gas.
Wow.
And Nigeria is an energy country. So I think if our leaders are thinking, to me, I can talk to Peter and say, Peter, let him hear me from his right voice. How can you give Nigerians? How can you give Nigerians free light?
Yes.
He said, what do you do? I say, please, gift Nigerians, please gift them
free light.
What they will give you in return in the next 5 years. Or in the next way, what Nigerians will give you with their talents and stable light. Hey, yes. I say even the world, the whole world will come looking at how do we do it.
Exactly. They will come and
collect energy. What we need is energy. What will bring investment to Nigeria is energy. It's our energy that will attract anybody. Look, leave everything that you are doing. Provide energy. If today we have light, free light, or just my light, but that is not, it's not expensive light.
Yeah.
And we have the cheapest, what do you call it, gas. That's petroleum product, the cheapest. This is an energy country. If we make this energy allocated to the 200 million people, that's mean in a year, I'm allocated this quantum of energy to me. I either use it or I sell it, or I transform it to something that
will generate.
Before you open and close your eyes, the people that went to Vietnam, they don't go to Vietnam because they like Vietnam, to do Nike, to do Jordan this, and not because they like them, but because the energy and the human capital, number of educated people there that can assist them to have those things cheaper than producing them in a more wiser, more educated Americans that will cost them money for them to produce those things. That's why they shift everything out for them to do. Assuming we have similar system here in Nigeria. Now nobody will bring his program here because the dollar is not settlable. Today is this, tomorrow is that. We don't have electricity in Kaduna, in Kano, in Sokoto. We just have only like 2 hours or 4 hours of light. You see my house? It's my solar. It's not I don't have light throughout today.
I thought they said they banned solar in Nigeria. Did they not say?
They say they will ban sale of solar. Anything that will add more trouble to the trouble that we are already in. That's why I said they don't have the face. There is no human face in their own thinking. So they are not thinking of what will make it easier for people. They just want things that will make people more harder for you to live your life. So all these things that we know what to do. Somebody told me, he said, Ibrahim, all this you are talking about, do you know that these big people don't know? They know. But there is no sincerity in governance. It's about them, their family, and their next generation of what they want to do. And they have to keep you down so they continue to get the election that they want. So it's not any contract between you
and their family members.
Don't you hear what the APC leader in Lagos was saying? He said he's worried about people now bringing their sons to now take over in this local government chairmanship levels. People that are supposed to allow.
What will be the name of the APC leader? I beg. I not hear that one.
This CAG, they say is GAC. Like in Lagos, they have this committee of elders that supervise the activity. Those that said that they should remove Ambode. No, I will send the link to you if I see the link. These people that remove Ambode, they have a name. Something. Yes, those people that say that they're supposed to be given the contract, they are supposed to be in charge of parks, they are supposed to be blah blah blah. These people that brought back Ambode, not Ambode, Obasa. They brought back Obasa. Those groups. So the guy was complaining that these primaries that they have done just recently, people are now bringing their children. That's mean they want people to even succeed them. Like my man in Lagos or in Abuja, he's now going around with his son. His son used to have this afro and everything. He shaved the boy's head. And when you see the boy looked just like him. So he said that, okay, now if Simpubra is not being loyal and other people are not being loyal, let me bring my own son. Somebody is selling his GCA. Yeah, that's the name. So that's what they want to do now. Now they want to they now feel that, hi, I can't even trust Ambode. This Sarah Olu is giving me problem. He's trying to remove Obasa. Why not now start to bring, how am I going to make sure that Seyi become the next governor? So everybody start thinking that it's like they turn the country to be like just a property.
Yes,
personal
property.
property. So what we're trying to do in Big Tent and what the Part Autonomy platform is trying to achieve is that to tell them, no, it's not like that. We employ you. You're supposed to serve us. You are not supposed to be running around as kings and slaves relationship. No, we can't continue that way. Because this is where the problem is all about. The problem is that people that are being governed and the people that are in government have a very big dichotomy. Nobody knows who is who.
Exactly.
Yes, we have this. No, this is a major problem, my dad. This is the major problem in this country today. So we have to have a system that keeps you to your definition.
Accountable. That may
And keep you accountable. Yes.
fire.
You can't just be
fire.
yes, you just can't be you can't just become president and just and go and buy aeroplane because you are just become president.
Or buy
and just change your car. No, just like it. No. And what gives them the legitimacy of the power is what I met you discussing with that young man in your program here. That INEC, that reform, that election, because you can only be president when elected.
Yes.
So if there is no election, there is no any room, there is no any window, there is no any pipe that can produce you into becoming president. To feel that what you feel. Let me tell you, if to say we follow the law, and because Apabio has gone to contest for president, he's not eligible to contest for senator. If not, they can maneuver within the electoral system of the INEC. Apabio will not be a Senate president today. He will not be telling us the rubbish he's telling us.
That's true. This is very true.
No matter what happened, no matter, he will never be our Senate president if we have a good. That's what the young man is saying. So leave this issue that we come here and grandstand and talk and tell how better you can make Nigeria. How no, there must be an end game. These are conversation. These are 7.2 million people. These are shadow cabinet. There must be an end game.
That's true.
We must put it to the level that we can put this thing to their face and checkmate them.
Yes.
Because on their own, they will not bring something that will consume them.
No, they won't.
Never. That's how it works. Nobody will go and buy the. Did you ever see anywhere a chicken going to market to buy the knife? Oh, cutting
that they used to. Never happens.
So now, all of us, our intention is that we want this APC to go to market, go to National Assembly and write. That's why I said, when I heard the young man is talking, I say, this can be a very good one of these shadow government people for us. Because once we do what he is doing, these people will say we are not doing. Then we have our 7.2 million people that we are going to energize because they have to know what this young man is doing. They have to know how far he has spent his money on it. They have to know how it's going to be a solution to his marriage, his solution to his daughter's sickness, the solution to his son's going to school, the solution, all these solution. He has to relate everything of his life to that INEC and that reform and that voting.
Right.
So once we are able to align that thinking in one place, then we go to another person. Now somebody is fighting them, maybe VDM, where another person having his own conversation. But the conversation is just a mere conversation too. Until we put it into something that has an end game that we can checkmate ourselves. Either to crumble the whole system or allow common sense to move forward. Because now what they are daring is common sense.
Yes.
People are telling you, people are not eating. People cannot go to school. People cannot go to farm.
They are just unaliving people. They are just tossing people.
People are just dying every day, communities to community.
Yes.
And then you are saying that we are doing reforms. Reforms don't change things. You have to be deliberate as it.
Yes, you have to deliberate. You have to punish people. Today, something went wrong with JAM. Nobody is going home. They're all holding their own offices. When we had a glitch during the election, nobody goes home.
Exactly.
When a bomb was dropped in Kaduna here, on top of people celebrating their lives here,
their lives,
nobody dies. A whole general was killed in Jos. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Villages have been sacked in Plateau. Nobody resigned. Nobody.
Benue, everywhere.
Benue, look at Benue, look at Enugu, look at any other places. Look at people dying every day. But nobody resigned. Nobody being fired.
That recently wrote this JAM. Somebody just sent a WhatsApp message to someone. I saw it in Twitter a few minutes ago. 15 people have been unaccounted for. They didn't come back after the exam. They are looking for them now. They can't find them. They are not picking up their phones, nothing. They're still searching for them. 15 kids have disappeared with the driver. Their parents are crying right now. On top of this JAM receipt.
So, yeah, I don't even know, because people don't understand why government. Why did they want to do JAM? What's the essence of this JAM? What is JAM for? What's it going to do? 15 people? JAM is supposed to be like a ladder, like a bridge to the destiny of these young people. That's what JAM is. But today, they cannot be accounted for.
They have glitched.
You get the mistake. You get it. Peter Obi said, it's too early bringing young people by 6:30, 6 o'clock. They say no, it's 8 o'clock. Because we are mad country. If we have brains, we said, we don't like going to 8 o'clock school. In the UK that we are copying, I don't know of US, you can't go to school beyond a radius given by government where your son's supposed to go to. So that means that they are talking that people stay in hold up. Though that's not how they do primary and secondary school in the UK. In the UK, you go to the community, the school around your community, whether it's private or your public, but it must be around. My friend was telling me, he said he lives in London and social places, and he moved to another place. But he don't want to bring his children because they are conversant with the school they live in and they are doing well in that school. He said they wrote to him. The school wrote to him.
Yes.
They said, we learned that you move so place. You can't be bringing your children from that. It's too far. According to education, blah, 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 blah. The jurisdiction, only place you can take your children is when you are around this area. So you have to take your children out of our school. Straight.
Yeah.
So because why you are talking about Nigeria, because you are even telling people to go to centers. Why you cannot bring the center to them?
Exactly.
Yeah, Nigerians, their safety is number one. That's governance. Take the center. Nobody will tell you that you are returning back because you are the most good jam oga. You know what to do. Now jam has never retired money to government coffers. When you become this one, you are the first one. When you are the first person to retire money, is it money that you're supposed to come? Is jam a revenue generating place?
Exactly. I was wondering.
Parents are paying through their nose to pay for a school that only 25% win pass. And you're even telling us as something that you even be happy with. We don't even know governance. This is what we want to, the shadow cabinet wants to do. We don't know what governance. That's mean the first year that you see that is excess of 1 billion, for example. Then you say, how am I going to take this 10 billion out of those parents, of this parent? How am I going to do it of these students? How many centers am I going to create that will go closer to people? But that's what they are thinking, because our children are not even students studying here. They don't even know why they are elected. They don't know why they are in government. They don't have any empathy, no character. They don't even have shame. They can't resign. They can't feel that they have. No. Osi is entirely
something that me, at my age, I can't comprehend. How will somebody that is 18 to 25 in this country, if me, I'm confused. And the way you are staring at me, I see me and you are just like the one level of confusion. Because we see you are looking at it from the abroad, that you see that it's not rocket science. It's called public service. It's not public, it's public service.
You're not doing me any favors. You're not doing anybody any favors.
Nobody is doing it because you know your social contract in the US. You don't have any problem with anybody. You don't go to hospital because somebody has done something to clap for him, or somebody has done wrong. Who commission road in UAE? Did you ever see somebody commissioning road in the US 1 hour? Or bridge, where they call it flyover? Do you ever? How many flyover did you have there?
Mr. Ibrahim, I was
no, please, just tell me how many flyovers
uncountable
did you have in US? Did you in your life have ever seen anywhere somebody commissioning flyover?
Never in the history, never ever.
Because in your
one small road you will see passing, maybe you see pothole, you'll be like, there's pot. The next day, in the middle of the night, that's when these people walk. That's when the engineers come out. They would have finished the road in the morning. You are passing new road.
So that they will not even disturb you. Not because you'll be provoked. If they close the road in the morning, you can sue them.
Yes. And in that night time, when they are fixing the road, they have this major lights to show you, and then there'll be, those traffic things they put around, those cones to tell you they will redirect you to another place. You won't even have to see or come close to where they are working. I have never. It is not rocket science. Nobody commissions road here.
It's governance. You are giving people what you are elected to do. It's called governance. The only thing you are there, you've been paid as president, it's governance. But a president is more interested in having a life insurance for himself.
Oh my God.
New cars, new helicopter, oh my God. Everything centered around them.
Only centered around one person that they worship.
Yes. And everybody, you see BGSFS running helter-skelter, just trying to make this man happy. He don't care how many Nigerians will be angry. If they're his boss, that makes him DSS boss, is happy, then let everybody go to hell.
Go to hell.
You see IG of police just trying to make president happy. You see commissioner of police trying to make the IG happy. So the chain just goes straight to the president. Him. This is for me. You understand? If you see EFCC working just to make president happy, they make arrest to make president happy. They make release to make president happy.
It's all about the president.
If you see custom trying to make the what they call a target just to make the president happy, so you will still continue to be the CEO of custom. If you see immigration causing trouble in the airport, they just want to make their CG happy. So my worry is that who makes ordinary Nigerian and the masses happy today?
Nobody. Not one soul.
Who is his duty to come out to make Nigerians happy? To make a pronunciation that will make Nigerians happy? To make an action that will make Nigerians happy? To sack somebody to make Nigerians happy? Because there are some people, even if Tinubu announce their sack, Nigerians will be asking, for example, Minister of Power.
That one, I don't even know what he's doing. He just shows up every day.
That one is the first step to make Nigerians happy. These are the things I always tell people. Even president, he has some tools that he can at least give Nigerians to at least make them happy.
Exactly.
But every day your pronunciation is that you are doing reforms. And these women are hurting people. But say, I'm doing reforms. Thank you, my dear. At least I've given my small introduction. We will continue to add this. But I just try as much as possible to put up the idea so that people will now link the 7.2 million
Yes.
to what the shadow government is doing. And what you call me tomorrow or next tomorrow or some days to say, how do you guys doing this? Is it connected to this? Then we now go on and go on to today that we see a working Nigeria. And we are going to keep on continue to rally around somebody.
Yes.
We still believe in this democracy. We don't want to be like Sudan. We don't want to be like other countries that they burn their country. That's not who we are. That's not. We have shown it that we can remove an incumbent. We'll have removed Buhari when he failed us in the first term. We'll have sent APC packing when they come looking for Aswaju's time. Not because we want to show we are young people we can put in and put out, or we are not, or we are south, but to show these irrepentant politicians that the power to put in and put out still reside
with the people,
with the ordinary Nigerians, with the people.
Yes.
So either you take what governance is all about and do what people need, or we keep changing you until that
sensible
it enters sense, that sense where you know aggregate till where you go boram.
Yes.
Understand that until you make us happy, until you protect our lives and property, we'll keep making that mistake that we make to bring APC. We make another mistake to bring Peter Obi. Let Peter Obi don't do what we want him to do. We make another mistake and bring another person till our mistake start to go into their head that no, it's not about people. It's not about he comes from our side. We are not supporting because he's Igbo or he's an Hausa or he's Yoruba. We support them because we think they will give us what the other person is not giving us.
Yes.
And we are going to keep changing you till it's simple. Also, it's simple. When you go to, I know you big people go to all this, your Louis Vuitton and all this Gucci, and how do you do it?
No, Louis Vuitton.
No, I know you argue. Don't worry. No, leave the argument part again.
Okay,
but at least if you go there,
yes,
you want to buy something that have value for your money.
Yes.
If you put that shoe, let me just tell you. The people here will judge all of us. When you put that shoe, you look at the shoe. Your man will tell you, say, like the shoe okay. But when your friends say, "God, that shoe no okay," how do you feel?
Somehow.
You want to change that shoe.
Yeah,
Somehow.
like,
you just want to.
At
the end, what makes you happy when you go home is that this is what I really want to have.
Yes.
That give me the value and you enjoy it.
Yes.
Same thing in democracy. Until we get the government that we feel this now satisfy us. Yes, we are this one with our vote, we are okay.
We are okay.
This one we are okay. We can continue this part.
Exactly.
Like for example, in Burkina Faso, they said this one
is the one we want.
This one is one. That's how I see politics.
That is it.
Politics is that no, this one is from my side. He must finish his turn. Oh, this one is from my village. Oh, this one is Muslim. This one is Christian. No. Me, I don't see it that way because it didn't fit me. I'm still paying for my light. I'm still paying for my security. I'm still paying exuberant in the country, 5th largest producer of crude oil. I'm still buying petroleum through my nose. No, I would say no.
I
would say no. It didn't fit me until I have things that I say, okay, this I can manage. I wasn't say this perfect, but I would say this is a SI unit. This is standard of what I can condone.
Right. Yes.
So carry on. That's how we're supposed to think. That's the thinking I want Nigerians to have. Don't lower it because it's your man, it's your tribe, it's your religion person there. Don't lower it. Make it a standard. This is the list. I, as a citizen of Nigeria, I can take.
Yes.
I won't run away. I won't japa. But this is the list I can. What you said I can't do it. No, everybody can do something.
Yes.
Start talking.
Yes.
This is a platform you call me on. I'm so happy. Because I don't know how many people will listen to me. If I have only one person that understand where we are going to, fantastic. We have gotten something.
Yes.
Next level. We move.
Yes.
There must be, as a human, what education would helps you is that to know right and wrong and to balance things.
Yes.
That's why we go to schools. That's why we travel. That's why we do whatever we do, just to know how to balance. But we can't have a bad pilot and we still stay in that aircraft.
Yeah.
Even
To
if
crash.
it's a good, it will crash with all of us and we die. Even
Mhm.
if he's a sick pilot, he's a good pilot, but is sick. We need to know how to take him off that seat, put off somebody that is not him, if he can guide him from side. Because now we need his power to pull up the what we're
Yes.
supposed to and go to where we want to go to. To
Mhm.
me, to land safely.
Safely.
The whole of idea when we're in crisis, we start shouting, is just to land safely. So this aeroplane that all of us are inside, called Nigeria, we don't want it to crash.
No.
So if the pilot is not taking us where we want to go to, or we have a weak pilot, or we have pilots that have done knowledge, we have to keep removing them to have something that will take us where to land safely.
Yes.
If we land, we are on the ground. Now fear has gone. We have electricity. Our children can go to school. We can travel. We can have the basics. Man, we don't have to feel anything. We don't even have to know whether it's monarchy, communist, democracy,
As long as the system is running,
military.
people go to their farm.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Look at other people that have monarchy. They're not complaining.
No.
People that have communists, they're not complaining.
They're not
People that have
complaining.
democracy, they're not complaining. People that have military, they're not complaining. People are just looking for something to land.
Yes.
Safe place. I don't know. Nobody's complaining. But when the turbulence is there, everybody is worried.
Of course, because it's going to crash. It looks like it's going to crash. To me, if you ask me, I'll say it has crashed. We have to start scraping the pieces now from the ground and picking it up. But we have to be scraping it because we've lost too many people.
We lost too many people.
We cannot continue to lose people. It doesn't make any sense. And every time it happens, nobody talks about it. The news doesn't even talk about it. It is social media. It is people on the ground that are experiencing it that are sharing this information. You know, Mr. Ibrahim, I don't even know how to thank you. I really thank you so much.
It's my duty as a Nigerian.
Honestly,
and it's my duty to honor this kind of call. It's my duty to come to be here.
Thank you so much, because this is what I want to hear, because I didn't quite understand what the 7.2 million people that Professor Patutomi was talking about. When I heard you saying it on Precious Enyi, because I cut it halfway, I had to go back and listen to it again. I said, no, I'm going to reach out and see whether you can come here and educate my audience, you know, about it as well, so that they can be aware, so the information will pass on, because this is really necessary. I like what I've heard so far, and in whatever way that we can continue to contribute, if it means that I need to reach out to you again just for an update, I really appreciate it, you know, if you honor me. Thank you. You've educated us more than I even expect, because I was saying it's only 20 minutes, we'll have 30 minutes, but thank you so much for making this so much fun. We've learned a lot. I personally have, you know, so thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, sir. Bye-bye. So guys, you have heard it. You've heard it from Mr. Ibrahim. I am sure that people will have something to say or add. For those of you who did not meet the live, I'm sure you're going to be watching this on replay. I'm going to be leaving right now. This was just meant strategically for Mr. Ibrahim, you came back. Oh, okay. All right. So this was just for strategically for Mr. For the live, for the presentation. So I'll see you guys on my next one. Tracy, thank you for being here. Mr. Manuel, I see you. Thank you. Michael, I see you. Thank you very much for stopping by. So for all those of you that were able to stop by, thank you so much. I know we're going to talk about it some other time. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful Saturday, and I'll